Welcome back to another unexpectedly random product review. Things are getting hot in here with our Habanero Sweet Apricot Hot One Snack Club collaboration. This is level 3 on the heat. It is medium hot. I'm scared that they're minimizing that heat level. Oh, that's brilliant. Cool. So this one is, and I was right. I am right. That's cool. This one is based off from the Los Calientes Rojo hot sauce. Um, this is part of a three-part product review video series. I've talked about in the other ones that we've done some Hot Ones collaboration tastings before, particularly with the Pringles, and we saw the Rojo and the Verde in that one, as well as the phenomenal Barbacoa. That was a weird accent I picked up there when I said that. So check those videos out for sure. We also did some Hot Pockets reviews on their Hot Ones from that. That was a fun collaboration as well. Super sad to see those go away. Never got to try the hottest one because they were online only because they were scared that people were going to hurt themselves if they bought it in the store, or something like that. I don't know. But it was supposed to be super flaming fiery hot. But that's not what we're reviewing today. This is level 3 of the 3 tiers that I found. There may be more of them, but the PDQ at my local store, product displayed quickly. It's a stack out basically. Those are all retail terms, and if you're not familiar with retail, you may be totally lost. Anyway, I only had these 3 different flavors on there. This one is habanero and sweet apricot. I've actually been thrown off in lacent. Lacent? What on earth a word is that? Late. No, it's lately. It was a portmanteau of lately and recent. That's fun. Um, recent habanero based. I actually had a habanero and apple barbecue sauce that I picked up. The thing was so mild. You could have given it to your children and they probably would have been fine. Not saying that children don't like hot stuff. They just sometimes have less resistance to the pain. I guess I don't know. Higher sensitivity. There we go. It really wasn't hot though. It had a mild bit like a pepper, basically a black pepper level of spiciness. A whole different problem, whole different episode. Never, well, it never got reviewed. So, but I was disappointed because it said it was habanero, and I thought this was supposed to be hot because habaneros are hot. They're hot. I suffered greatly from um, slicing some up for processing some back in the day that I grew in the garden and was drying them out so I could use them later. And clean them and cut them without wearing gloves, which wasn't too bad. Didn't really burn my hands, but it doesn't wash off. So you can imagine how painful that was later. We'll let your imagination run with that. Anyway, uh, still traumatized from that. So we're gonna. What is this channel turned into? We're gonna try this. I'm gonna be careful on my sniff test because it's supposed to be a higher heat level than the last one, um, and I don't really want to pepper spray myself with the vapors. So it smells nutty. Of course, it's peanuts and sesame sticks and pretzels and toasted corn and cashews. The combination is actually a really nice assortment. There's not a lot of vapor on this one. Don't breathe into it, blow it into your eyes. That is not recommended. But I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just getting peanut. That's all I'm getting there. Taking a look at the seasoning coating in here. It looks like the pretzels are moderately seasoned, but they're not real greatly seasoned. Everything else is pretty well coated, so that's good. The pretzels struggle because it's got a very smooth finish, so it's hard to get seasoning to stick to them. So let me shake some of this out here. it looks to be a pretty. Oop, that I dropped. I did. It looks to be a pretty decent assortment. It's not too heavily pretzels. Oftentimes, I kind of mentioned in the last one. Oftentimes, companies will backfill a snack mix with pretzels, um, and it ends up diluting the overall assortment. But we do have a pretty decent mix. There's a few pretzels, but it's not overwhelming. As we've tried in the other ones, we started with the sesame stick because it has a very heavy flavor profile of its own, so it gives a good opportunity to kind of see how well it fights with the actual seasoning that's added to it. Okay, so there is that's a the heat didn't hit until base like the back of my throat. That was weird. Um, it didn't have a lot of significant flavor outside of the sesame stick flavor, so that's a little disappointing. So okay, and we'll go with the pretzels. See if they picked up any seasoning or if they're mostly just pretzel. Maybe a very mild amount of heat, but otherwise that's all just pretzel. It's like the pretzels are in there to be the buffer for the rest of the mix, so you don't get too much flavor all at once. So we are going to go with the kind of an assortment of peanuts and cashews and toasted corn, just to really hit the flavor and see how painful it is. Let me get these last pretzels out of the way. And Geronimo. Mm. Interesting. It's a wow. It's a very thick flavor. If that makes any sense. It's kind of coating the tongue. The apricot's definitely there. There's a little bit. It's not really a fruity taste, but there's a little bit of a sweet sort of root profile. Wow, it's hard to describe. It's got a really rich heat without being overwhelming, actually, which I'm kind of surprised. Definitely feeling and tasting the habanero there, which is good. Because a lot of sometimes they're all like, "Oh, this is habanero," and then it's like, it's some kind of spicy component, but it might not be habanero. This has definitely got habanero there. There's a smokiness in it that's kind of nice, which could be some of the habanero itself. Mm, that is interesting. So, then, that's mostly sesame sticks on that one. We get a couple of these pretzels. We're gonna do an assortment, kind of just a standard handful. I know I just held that up, and I don't think I got that high enough for you to see. It's kind of a mix there. Some sesame sticks, some peanuts, some toasted corn. It's a really good balance. I'm kind of impressed with that. Uh, so bright sides there. It's definitely warmer than the previous ones, which is good because they promote it as being warmer. It's okay as a group. The smoky flavor is still there. You lose a lot of that kind of I'm getting you can see it. See the glisten on my face right in there. The heat's getting me. Um you still get the heat. You still get a little of the smokiness, but something about the pretzels, it really pulls that down, almost attenuates the flavor. Um and it definitely you lose basically all of that subtle apricot sort of flavor. So if you pull the pretzels out first and then enjoy the rest of it, I think you'll get a truer representation. It's definitely hot, so don't take this lightly where it says medium hot. It's got some heat, but it's not going to make it impossible to eat, which is good. Um, it's got a really good flavor overall. The pretzels take away a little bit, but like I mentioned, there's not a ton of pretzels in here, so you still get a good balance of flavor and a good mix. So that's that's pretty cool. Um, let me thumbnail here. And that's all I got. If you guys have tried it, it's not in the comments, unlike if you watched the previous video. Um, let me know if you have tried it elsewhere down in the comments and what you thought of it. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one. Of course. Until then, stay random. This has been another unexpectedly random product review.